Hello and good morning. Today I decided to have a little bit later video log because, well, my mind was a little bit scattered today. A little bit scattered. I was pacing around my unit quite a bit. Just thinking about a whole slew of things. Too much. Too much for me to keep track of everything. But, I did not use my notebook today for all the thoughts that were just zooming through my head. But it's whatever. Yeah, it is currently 9:40 a.m. CST. Yesterday, I wrote in my notebook a little bit again, and I was just thinking about like how to, well, see the color in life. I could never. Okay, when I was younger, I could see it. I could see the color, but as I got older, things started turning black and white, and I saw the color in other things, but not the life in front of me, the reality that we live in. There is a lot of color if you really look into it. So I guess I'm trying to fix that. And well, I think I know how to. I'm not going to force myself to, but I've been connecting with a kid that saw that color in this world. Before things changed, of course, and before I started suppressing him and his thoughts and feelings and emotions and he was in tune with the world, and I want to reconnect with him to get myself in tune with the world again, I guess. So he's there sometimes. I still don't feel as much as I want to, but I do feel things sometimes. But when I start talking, it's weird. I do. Oops, wrong side. Hoodie. I do feel things. I get excited still, but it's only when I kind of explore the world and its nuances and the nuances of abstractions in the world as well, like mathematics and physics and whatnot. So I do bring him out sometimes, and I bring him out by telling him that there's still a lot of novelty in the world if you really look into it. There's always going to be novelty in mathematics. All you have to do is just sit down with your head for a little bit and you'll find it. I was just thinking about the colors in the world and all of its beauty. I used to be an escapist. I still am. I like reading books and fiction, and the last piece of fiction I read was Joe Abercrombie's The Age of Madness. It was good. I didn't finish it though, but there were a lot of cool characters in it, and the character I liked the most was Savine Don Galacta. She was very crude. She was a kind of seen as a mastermind, and it was pretty much the industrialization era in Joe Abercrombie's world that he created. And it was interesting. She was very cruel and cold, calculated, level-headed. I do respect some of the qualities she had that I don't really see as of now. I can tap into that sometimes, but I think I can tap into it more when I start talking to that kid more. That is a lot of raveled up. He's just a mess right now, so I'm trying to figure him out, and I think eventually I'll become more stable, and maybe I can tap into those pieces that I think are interesting and whatnot. But so I was also thinking about what can I do to make myself do things more, right? I know what to do. And I think part of it requires me to, again, it's the kid. The kid is traumatized, and very traumatized. He's in pain, really. So I can see why he is, and I'm hoping that if I talk to him more and he starts exposing himself more to me, we can slowly start working together to create the world that we want. So that means I can finally start doing things again to make it feel like I actually have a reason, So yeah, I think I'll just be patient with him. I'm still going to do things, even though it feels empty, I do have my responsibilities and duties, like taking care of my body, and not hitting a financial depression, which I'm not. I mean, I still have a lot of money, and I don't think I will really hit a financial depression until I really start, like maybe in August. That's a time in which I will really hit a low. But I really would rather sit with myself and really understand myself, because I know if I decided to be urgent as of now, that means I'm going to be pushing this thing that has been trying to talk to me for so long. I'm going to push him to the side again, and I'm going to be probably working in standard 40-hour work week, and I'm going to be too tired to really talk to him, because I have to put this mask in front on for the world, and and put him aside for my duties and responsibilities for whatever job or position I may have at that time. But honestly, I don't care if I shed through my savings a little bit. I feel like this is a lot more important than being urgent about a financial situation. Even if I do end up getting into a what's the word? Getting in debt. There we go. I don't know why that took me so long. So even if I do end up getting into debt, I think this is a lot more important. And I know I have trust in myself. I know that I can fix all of my issues if I end up getting into that. Honestly, I don't really see it as a big issue, being in debt. There are a lot of people out there that are $20,000 in debt. I'm essentially in debt, though. I have $5,000 in tuition that I still need to pay. I pay monthly for it, but it's whatever. I have a lot of money in my savings. I don't want to use that right now. I'd rather, because if I use it now and to pay off my student debt, then I feel like that'll make me, because I'm gonna have to start paying another loan, which is basically going to a bank and getting a loan so I can live, right? And I think those rates are, a little bit higher. I don't know. I could optimize, and I don't really feel like thinking about it. I just don't care really. Yeah. So yeah. I think that's my. I keep changing my mind. I really keep changing my mind. It's annoying because I remember like a few episodes before, it's like, I need to find a job. I need to find a job. I need to find my job. I have to be that is in the forefront. I'm still thinking about it, but my two priorities as of now, where my mental energy should be focused on, is a job, but also this kid that has been trying to talk to me for so long. It's been like 15 years almost. 15 years of me not really properly talking to him. So, whatever. My parents would be pissed. They'd be like, James, you're gonna be in debt. You're siphoning through your savings. It's like, but they really don't understand is that I'd actually be causing more pain for myself if I decided to ignore my kid. I would be, because that means I'd be pressing him down more, and he wants to talk now, so might as well take advantage of the situation, And I don't have a vision for myself yet, and that does require me to start, connecting with him. It's like, what do you want, right? And the thing I've been ignoring for forever, actually, what do I want? Because I've suppressed those emotions because of, again, letting authority take care of it for me. I was lazy, and I decided to. I don't know why I did that. I should have been a little bit more rebellious when I was younger, but it is what it is. I'm here now. Yeah, anyways, and I was thinking about the more empty things that I have to do, the things that aren't necessarily emotionally, the responsibilities and duties that I have, and those things that I need to do, that I just have to do. And I was thinking about creating a structure of like, okay, well, for the most part, it's been working by, just tricking my brain into thinking that it's disciplined. It's been working for the most part. And, there are other things that I can do other than discipline, and by giving it a treat every once in a while, by lighting up the dopamine, the nucleus accumbens part a little bit more. That's been working. Okay, not as much because I haven't been doing that as much, but I do want to tell my nucleus accumbens that, hey, if you do this, I'll treat you. Yeah, so I talked about treats. I guess I was talking about lowering impulsivity because I do have a lot of impulsions. I've I've slowly been cutting them up. I do still have sweet impulsions. I don't have impulsions when it comes to pornography and masturbation or any kind of like sexual tendencies. I don't like. I don't even. I've never cared about sex. I was curious about it when I was younger, and I lost my virginity, of course, and it's mainly because I was wondering why everybody was so excited about this thing, and it really wasn't that exciting. Like, I don't understand why guys like sex so much. Um, I don't. I just don't understand it. I tried to, and I've been in a relationship before, and it was emotionally damaging for my partner because, well, I didn't have the sex drive that she wanted, and I don't know. I think I can get intact with it, but I'm not I don't feel like a gorilla. There are a lot of guys that can get in tune with their gorilla tendencies or their lizard brain, more than me at least. Performing in the bedroom and whatnot. I think I can. It's just not really my priority as of now. Um, I've always wanted to get into I think role playing is cool. That would be fun if I could ever get into that and behind the door stuff. But yeah. So I talked about the colors in life, and it's there. So I did write down some having dreams, wishes, desires. All the things that make humans, right? I really just I don't know why I invalidated it so much. For so long I thought that I should be I should it was kind of contradictory because I was ignoring those tendencies to then focus more on higher thinking, but at the same time, if I put more focus on those human tendencies, I could even more than that. It could be higher thinking. I don't know. It's just maybe I could get into that flow state more if I kind of focused on my human needs and desires and what makes me human. I can't believe I ignored those parts of myself for so long, and that's what I was talking about. The signals in my head, they needed it, and well, whatever. I was naive, and I thought I'd get away without it, and that was the reason why I went through a depression. Because I ignored those needs of mine. I didn't say they were needs. It was they were more wants, but they were actually needs. Well, here I am, so. Anyways, what else was I talking about? I talked about lowering impulsivity. I know how to do that, actually. It's just being more mindful, meditating, putting yourself outside of yourself. I actually, I didn't really have to meditate much because I was really good at taking myself outside of the picture pretty easy. I had to do that because there were a lot of signals in my body that were begging for my attention, and I ignored them. So that was always easy for me. That wasn't hard. And you had to be careful of those things, though, because if you take yourself outside too much, there are a lot of there can be psychopathic tendencies. I've seen a lot of people who are good at that, and they completely detach yourself from the human need, and they cold calculation, and they ended up being either self-sabotaging, or they do something completely just wacko. I've seen a lot of stories, and I don't want to be one of those people. I could have gone there, but I don't want to be one of those people. So, yeah, and goal-oriented. The whole orientating your goals and whatnot in this world, because that is important. I still don't know what I want, though, so I had to talk to my kid, the kid that I've been ignoring for so long. And it really it all just boils down to him, who I am, right? The kid. And once I get intact with my kid again, we can start working together, to create a vision for us. So, yeah, I was thinking about, of course, jobs, and I was like, okay, well, I mean, that is a good goal, but also I don't want to do that yet because Yeah. Anyways, I have priorities, and my kid is my priority right now. So, yeah, that is pretty much it. I feel better. I really do. I just can't believe I've let myself do this for so long. Still, but things are getting better. I'm talking to him. He's there. I'm taking care of my body. I'm taking care of my body. The temple for my head. Anyways, I think I've reached the 14-minute marks, 15 minutes and 30 seconds. I think that's going to be it for today. I hope you guys have a great day.